Revolutionary Drama, Blood at an International Conference. The revolutionary drama Blood at an International Conference is an immortal masterpiece created by the great leader Kim Il-sung during the anti-Japanese revolutionary struggle. It was put on the stage again by the National Theatrical Troupe in Juche 73 or at 1984 under the wise guidance of the great leader Kim Jong-il. The drama is based on the Hague Emissary Incident in 1907. In June 1907, Emperor Gozong of the feudal Joseon dynasty sent Ri Jun and other emissaries to the International Peace Conference held in Hague of the Netherlands in confidence, so as to disclose the Japanese imperialist invasion of Korea. This is the Hague Emissary Incident. In 1905, the Japanese imperialists fabricated the illegal and invalid first document, Ulsa 5-Point Treaty, in order to establish their colonial control over Korea. The drama is set in the period when dark clouds of national ruin hang heavily over Korea due to the Japanese imperialists. When the Japanese imperialists intensify their moves for invasion of Korea, hero Ri Jun quits his government service and involves himself in the anti-Japanese patriotic movement. While seeking for the restoration of sovereignty, he happens to hear the news of the International Peace Conference and places his great hope on it. Ri Jun and his party leave for Hague of the Netherlands to participate in the International Peace Conference, carrying a secret letter of Emperor Gozong with themselves. Dr. Kim Yong-chul, section chief of the Academy of Social Sciences, says,
만국평화의 준비위원회 위원장을 비롯한 회의 준비위원회 성원들은
The chairman and other members of the preparatory committee of the International Peace Conference didn't allow the Korean delegates to take part in the conference, saying they cannot be acknowledged as the state delegates as Korea signed away her diplomatic right to Japan. At that time, Herbert, who had informed Ri Jun of the conference, received a lot of table money from the latter's party and pretended to help the Korean delegates participate in the conference. Meanwhile, he instigated the chief delegate of Japan to send a telegram to Korea, which demanded a fabricated telegram of inquiry that the emperor had never sent emissaries to the International Peace Conference, and the Ulsa 5-Point Treaty had reached an agreement. After all, Ri's party had to be driven out of the conference hall. Driven into a tight corner, Ri Jun realized that it was very foolish to have placed his hope on the conference and disemboweled himself, showing the spirit of resistance that Korea is a completely independent sovereign state and does not admit the Ulsa 5-Point Treaty. The drama stresses through the bitter lessons of history the idea that dependence on foreign forces ruins the country and the independence should be achieved by struggle with a sense of national independence. The revolutionary drama Blood at an International Conference is one of the masterpieces in the Democratic People's Republic of Korea for its profound ideological content and peculiar artistic depiction.